all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business.
Good morning and happy Monday to you. This is the daily morning update from Bloomberg Quint, and I'm Neeraj Shah, filling in for Alex Matthew. Today is the 31st of August. India is continuing, unfortunately, to add coronavirus cases at the highest rate recorded by any single country since the pandemic broke out. In the 24 hours to Sunday morning, another 78,761 cases were reported, taking the total tally to over 35 lakh cases. The bright spot continues to be the number of recoveries, which currently stands at 27.14 lakh. It is in this context, with worries on economic growth rampant, that the central government over the weekend announced guidelines for Unlock 4. As part of major restrictions that are being lifted, metro rail services, social and religious functions can now be held. According to a notification from the Home Ministry, social, academic, sports, entertainment, cultural, religious and political functions, amongst others, are permitted with a cap of 100 persons from September 21st. The Home Ministry also categorically reiterated that no special approval or e-permit will be required for inter- and intrastate movement of people and goods. The other big talking point this weekend is the fallout from the over 5-hour-long GST Council meeting last week. On Friday, the Government of India told states that if they decide to borrow the entire amount of the estimated shortfall in compensation cess, that is 2.35 lakh crores, it will have to be from the market and they will have to service the interest on this debt from their own resources. Under the second option, however, if they borrow 97,000 crores, they will get a host of benefits, including access to a special RBI borrowing window and no debt servicing liability. The states have a week to make up their minds. There are murmurings of discontent among the states, though. In an interview with Bloomberg Quint, West Bengal Finance Minister Amit Mitra said his state has no headroom to take on any new debt. Suffice to say, the yields in India's bond market are a must-watch today. In a corporate development, in a 24,000 crore deal, Reliance Retail, or the Reliance Group, took over the wholesale and retail assets and the back end of the Future Group, putting an end to weeks of speculation. My colleague Hormuz will be speaking more about it, but from a shopper's perspective, all that you've bought from the Future Group in the past will now bear the name of Reliance Industries. In international news, ByteDance will be required to seek Chinese government approval to sell the US operations of its short video TikTok under new restrictions Beijing imposed on the export of artificial intelligence technologies, according to a Bloomberg story. This is the latest in the butting of heads between the world's two largest economies. Speaking of the markets, the early risers in Asia are starting off on a good note. China has announced that its manufacturing expanded in the month of August, missing estimates marginally, but I don't think it has the power to deter the optimism in the early risers. And with that, it's over to Hormuz Fatakia for the trade setup for the day. Considering that the SGX Nifty looks to be doing okay, it promises to be an interesting start. Good morning, Hormuz. How are we looking today?
Good morning to you, Neeraj, and to our listeners as well. The much-awaited Reliance Retail Future Group deal has finally taken place. Reliance Retail will buy the retail, wholesale, logistics and warehousing assets of the Future Group at a value of over 27,500 crore rupees. Further details of this deal, what does the market make of this deal, and what do minority shareholders get out of this deal? Details of all of these are available in 3 different stories on our website, bloombergquint.com. On to some other stocks in focus. The board of Indiabulls Ventures has approved a preferential issue of shares worth nearly 600 crore rupees. Investors like Think India Opportunities Fund, NWI Emerging Markets Fixed Income Master Fund and First Royalty Ventures have been allotted shares at a price of 175 rupees each. The Nifty Bank had gained 10% last week and RBL Bank was amongst the top 3 gainers, surging over 14%. The stock will be in focus today after its MD and CEO Vishwavir Ahuja sold nearly 18% of his holdings worth close to 40 crore rupees between Thursday and Friday. This was done to meet personal debt obligations. The bank will also be in focus as it is one of the lenders to Future Group companies. NMDC, in a conference call on Friday, stated that the process to demerge its steel plant will take at least 8 to 9 months. The plant will be commissioned in 2021. Wockhardt reported a net profit for the June quarter, courtesy an exceptional gain post the sale of some of its business to Dr. Reddy's. All geographies, however, saw a decline in revenue, while the drug maker reported an operating loss. Arvind, Bharat Dynamics, GNFC, NHPC and Sadbhav Infra are some of the companies that will be reporting their results today. Some buzzing stocks that I would like to highlight. First of them is Axis Bank, which ended higher for the 6th straight day on Friday, its longest winning streak since October 2017. The 7.5% gain on Friday led to the stock being the top gainer on the Nifty 50 index. Repco Home Finance is the second one. The stock in all the 5 trading sessions last week was at an upper circuit of 5%. It now trades at the highest level in 5 months. And PVR is the third one, which gained over 8% and also saw a breakout above its 200-day moving average on Friday, rising for the 5th straight session. Early ticks on the SGX Nifty showed that the index is over 50 points higher, above the mark of 11,700. If domestic investors remain net sellers today, it would mean that they have been sellers in every trading session in the month of August. Local investors sold shares worth over 500 crore rupees on Friday. You can get more details on all these stocks, including key brokerage updates and F&O updates in our All You Need to Know copy. And with that, I wish you a safe week ahead, and it's back to you, Neeraj.
Thanks, Ormers, and thank you all of you for listening in. This is Neeraj Shah signing off. Have a great day and an even better week ahead.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you can listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma. Or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.